No, we want to do it full speed and have to, I guess.
Let's not start with the salt though. So let's go here, punch in, get that deep. So right now you can kind of see I'm already leaning here with this shoulder. So now I'm going to swing open like a door, and that's going to break his posture. I'm going to go here. Okay. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to take this outside leg and place it where my inside leg is. Okay. So anytime I ever stand on one leg and we're doing a throw, that leg, unless I'm diving through like Kimura was, right? But you got to start here because that's hard to plan out. So get that leg right under the hip, and now I can hold all my weight on that leg, no problem. So again here, and I don't come up for it, I just bring it in, and now I'm going to kick that leg out. Bring that shoulders. Boom. Okay? You want to see it, Sean? Yeah. And so I've got collar and elbow tie, right? I'm going to swim on the inside of the elbow, punch through, and immediately I start setting my weight down on that shoulder. I pivot on the inside foot, swing open, that shoulder goes down below my other shoulder. Boom, here. Inside leg comes in.
You've got to shift their weight too, don't you?
Huh?
You've got to shift their weight.
Oh, whenever I get ready to hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bigger they are, the more they know what's up. I can't just have the pressure down. Whenever I step in like this, here, I want to put some pressure that direction.
Yeah.
That's key. You're right.
Otherwise, you can't kick that foot out.
Right. Because if I sit here, put all your weight on that leg, and I go here, this will happen. And then he can turn me that way and just basically launch me on my back. So when I'm here, I'm going to drive that weight over there, and then kick. Boom. Okay? Got it? Let's just start there. Okay? Collar time? Quite a bit larger. I'll hunker down here. All right, so sometimes with the collar time, you're going to kind of want your head here on like a half. All right, good. Now go on the inside of the elbow.
So you're going to go.
Now take your hand right there on the inside. Now wait, yeah. Now don't just push it up. Just start here, and now push that shoulder all the way to your chin. There you go. Good.
Yeah, right.
That's
Now
it.
if you try to go for it, you're
So
right.
Step out. Drop this shoulder down below that shoulder. Bring the shoulder. Keep your body, your posture bent, and rotate this shoulder to the mat. There you go, like that.
There, okay.
Good, right? Step in, drive me onto that foot. Good. And now kick that leg out. Boom. Keep that on. Follow me down. Pressure. Good. Yeah. Here, so go ahead and start with the collar and elbow tie. I want you to get used to this. So put your hand here. Boom. Rotate your elbow in and kind of hang your weight on that arm. Good. Now kind of locks my arm there. Okay, now swim it to the inside. Good. Keep pressure. Keep pressure. Good.
Here. Here.
My weight. Good. Hey, that's a good point Kelly just brought up. Once we're get to that step there. So once we're here, you don't even need to really wrap the leg or worry about getting it all the way back.
Nothing was there.
But I'm already on one foot.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about. Is getting him on that one foot. And honestly, anything, just go ahead and take your advantage when you got it. You know what I mean? Even if she's got, let me show you this. So say I missed the leg. I'm here. And I got this pressure. If I am more dominant in my power and pressure here, or maybe even size, I don't even need the leg. Okay, I can just,
yeah,
right? So the leg knocks them off balance, which is good. And that makes the whole thing easier. But also the other advantage of that is a higher amplitude, right? If you get real good at hitting it, basically you sweep them off their feet and they're in surprise. So they're not prepared to hit the ground or have you go on top of them. And that's when you're really, when you get the higher levels of throws and you feel comfortable, you'll be able to basically thud on people on purpose. And that's what you want to get to. Because then you're going to buy yourself
A couple seconds.
yeah, 2 to, I don't know, depends on how much you hurt them. And that's going to get you into a better position. It's going to get you to submission. And then you don't have to worry about all this fucking passing guard and like getting out of half guard and like getting your hooks in, trying to, you know, like all this stuff. You don't have to worry about it. You just to the ground, put them into submission before they know what's going on.
yeah.
It's done. Underrated.
It's kind of what I was noticing a lot when I was watching catch videos.
Right.
Was that it was almost every takedown was led into a submission,
Right.
almost immediately.
Right.
Especially if you get a hold of the chin.
Absolutely.
That's why when I was thinking about when you were talking about the single leg counter, just the rollover, if you keep that chin, whereas I was saying just keep the chest
Right,
pull
yeah,
over,
right.
keep that chin.
You can maybe get right into it.
Yeah, you just roll over into side control and you kind of sit out with it. And that's what chokes them
Right,
out.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Good, good.
Which one you in?
Do it again, I'll tell you first. Alright, freeze. You're doing a good job putting pressure into her, right? This foot needs to be under your hip. Now, okay. So, because before, when you tripped her, you were pushing into her so much, you took her right over there.
That's what felt weird.
You're going to sit her down over here.
Yeah, I need to fall that way.
It's more distance, more power, okay?
Okay.
So now
I felt like I was falling weird, but I didn't know why.
So now get on the outside, on this foot towards me. Get on the ball of your foot. Now go put it back where it was.
Yeah.
Good. Now spin your hips towards me so you're both facing the same way. Now kick that leg out straight back. There you go. Good. 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 Do it again.
And the other thing I want to practice is that
And so remember, you're not just stepping in to step next to your foot. I should have explained that. What you're really doing is getting your hip in alignment to this. Okay? Now, granted, pressure might alter, but it's not going to alter much.
Yeah.
That's what's going to give you that. So, as opposed to kind of this weird kind of push scramble to the ground, you're basically setting a point, and then you're taking them over that leg so they're coming up and around, as opposed to just kind of tripping and crashing them down. That's what I'm trying to say. This right here, just keep this elbow in tighter. Good. And this, if you're trying to control my physical movement, be on my neck. But if you're trying to control my posture, and most of the time when you're wrestling, you aren't, you want to curl my head like that. Okay. Okay. And now, if I'm strong like this, see that? You can only do so much here. What I want you to do is drive this elbow into my chest and curl. See that? You have a lever on my collarbone. That's how you're going to beat my head strength. You're not going to beat it curling.
Yeah.
Not if they're an athlete, like you're not. So just drive that shoulder and see that? Now you got that pressure. Good. Okay, now, oh yeah. See this?
yeah.
See I'm in basically the same position that I have with the overhook?
Yeah, and then you just do the same.
Yeah, just kick the leg out. Now, this is a lot of times, I think that this is better for this throw because I'm closer to his body. Because I'm a little bit further down his body here. But that's not to say that this isn't great and work too. And just the same way I can go behind his legs, toss him over that too. Okay, so here, overhook, right? So now I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna wing him down, and now this is the tricky part. I want you to think about keeping pressure right here. This is the downward point. As I spin across, I'm gonna come around and catch the head, okay? Now, I like to go ahead from here, since I've already started chopping the arm, and bring this hand all the way to the armpit. Come over here and look at this. Thumb up in the armpit, here. I want to keep this arm as much as I can as I chop it, and I'm going to wing it down like this. This part right here, wings, I close it off as much as I can, as quickly as I can.
This is what I was talking about earlier, the standing triangle.
Okay. And if I can, I shoot this deep. Okay? But this is good too. Okay, here. And now I'll put my head over here. If I'm going to do this grip, this is where my head needs to be. If I'm going to do this, I got to be up a little higher, but I'm still ear to his head. Again. Here. Swing. Shoot this through. This elbow goes right against his neck. Pow. Thumb right up through the armpit. See this? And that way, even if I lose this hand, look at this. I got a one-arm grip here. See?
Yeah.
I don't even need anything else.
Yeah.
Right? You all right? Okay. Boom. Step out. Deep. Lock it up. I'll show you this if you think you can do it. You just got to turn your body in midair. Keep pressure on him. Put my feet on the same plane as his feet. Sit on my butt, and then as he gets weightless, I turn. Okay? Here. I actually put my head on the wrong side. Right, you gotta protect your head, you can't throw it on their face. See this? I'm already in a submission. I just walk over with his leg and hit me. Okay? That's a suplex, by the way. Remember, I don't lift him by going underneath that. Okay? So boom, punch through. Get this pressure, right? And now if I get him low enough, and it might be quick. I might try to push him down there, and he goes a little bit further. I catch him a little bit off guard. I swing over, shoot this right against the neck. Here, lock it up. Get my body over here half man. My spine is on this side with the lock. Step in and turn. Step in, sit. Here. Okay, got him locked up. I can walk over here and get him. He's got big shoulders, I got big arms. So what I would do, switch to the chin, shoot underneath, come up, finish the neck crank there. That's one of my favorite sequences right there off the front headlock. Because I got two things to go to right off the bat. And their legs are as far away from me as I can get them.
You kind of sprawl and then circle.
Like,
Is that a little bit of a sprawl?
I really just gotta
Or
take my
just get
head.
down to your
Yeah, down and you take your feet out.
Like I'm trying to get, show me if this is the one. I'm trying to take my head around this way, around his head, orbit around his shoulder.
Yes.
So I go here, I lock it up in my head.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the harder thing to explain with it, and I think it's the thing that everybody's struggling with a little bit, is whenever I get the lock up here in my head, even though it's here right now, it's gonna kind of go under and like up.
Yeah.
Right, in the same way that I would trace the shoulder, if I was here, I would come up and around, I'm gonna thread myself around that shoulder. So once you start to get your head in there, you're not just trying to turn this way, you're trying to basically every little space of your head that you can get is gonna circle around that shoulder, okay? Now try that. I just get my feet out back there and just spin. So just go here. Right? Yep. Your hand okay?
Yep.
Good, okay. Yeah, everybody watch
I'll make sure to
I
take
know,
my hand.
that's
Good,
what.
Yeah, you get your own work that way. That's good. But it's a little bit tighter of a turn. Brian likes that one. That's Brian's favorite way to do it. But you can kind of just spin there. Because there's two key elements. One is basically that I'm just tripping them by blocking this. That's everything in this throw. It feels like you need to lift them or not pick up their weight. But really all I do is I wrap the arm tight. And as long as I'm standing like this, see how my hips are facing this way? It's that way, so 90-degree difference, right? And I have this tight, actually like this, right?
Yeah. And
so then all I have to do is just go straight back. See how slow this is? And then now he goes, wait, let's just turn. So that's good, that's perfect. Good. So now, go.
My bad. Sorry about that.
You
Yeah.
smack the concrete. Oh, shit. It's a break ball. All the way through. Much better, much better. Much better. Good. All right, Sean. You.
Come on.
You need to work on getting your head back a little more. If I should. Yeah. And I think personally, out of all the years that I've trained, I used to, everybody's also like, you gotta break the posture, you gotta break the posture, you gotta pull the head down. It's like in collegiate wrestling, like, yeah, sure. But like, and it's just because there's a lack of knowledge that if I swing out and put pressure on the shoulder, I'm gonna get the head down a lot easier if I can make that happen.
Then having to try to pull.
Yeah, which he knows I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So if I pull this way, pull this way, pull this way, whatever, it's different. He's gonna just push back. He can be strong and get a good posture here. But even if he has a good posture here, I can step out and get on that shoulder. I can still whizzer him down, so to speak, right? That's what the move's called. Yeah. So let's see. Here, right? So I'm gonna whizzer him down. We're gonna do the other one. This is called my throat. I'm gonna grab his head, grab my own wrist, push his head. Okay? And I'm gonna drive him onto that far foot And then I'm gonna turn my hips to face the direction his hips are facing and trip that back leg here.
Okay.
It's an easy kind of throw. You can hit it slow, but you can kind of dive into it too. Okay, you wanna see it?
Yeah.
Anybody? Boom. We've got overhook, right? And now I'm gonna spin back in and face him and grab his head. I'm gonna go here, and I wanna bend his head down and get my hands together. Now it's real important that I'm deep on the shoulder here. The farther down the arm I am, there's too much space, it's gotta be deep. So now I'll lock it up, and I'm just gonna drive him over there onto that, right? So now I just step my hip through, get over here, and then I turn. I just trip him over that foot. Okay? Not too complicated. Just lacing your hands up is probably the biggest thing here. All right, let's do it. Good. Good. Nope. Here.
For environmental damage.
Try to keep your base. Lift through. Nope, nope. If you get it squashed, don't go to sleep. Here, I block the hip.
Yeah, because it's the same thing as that, and then kind of turning their head.
Right, it's very similar. Yeah, you're right, absolutely. This time, when basically I'm getting the pry here, he can't get his arms loose, and then my body slides down to his elbow.
You gotta be careful.
Right. Okay. Swing off for the whizzer, he starts to come up. Now, this is how I do it slow. Right? This is always the thing. This leg steps in, this leg comes over, and I like to hook this leg. Okay, and this gives me a good control. This basically makes his base, it makes my weight affect both legs. Because that's what I want to do, I want to hold him here. Okay, so now that I got this, the next step, this is the hardest step, is to set this hand straight down, and I want to shoot this thigh behind his leg this deep if I can. Okay, plant, this swings past, see how deep it is? And now from here, I turn my whole body backwards and pinch my knees together. Here, keep them pinched, okay? I like to kind of keep this leg scooped so that way I don't have to worry about that. We'll just start there. If I'm kind of sideways here on him, I can probably come up and just finish this without even having to leave my spawn, right? Okay.
I'll show him.
Right? Huh? Yeah. Here, turn this way. Okay, pressure, right? Leg underneath, hook, right? Plant, and now, whenever I plant when we're going live, he might move. This arm is gonna guide me into him, right? I'm gonna have to use some just arm, chest strength, and get me on that leg, because otherwise it'd be bad. So, as he's coming up a little bit, I drop, shoot this deep, squeeze, turn him backwards, okay? Now from here, I can come up on top, right? I don't want to end up underneath when I'm turning, so it's good to keep his hips elevated. If I want to stay here for a second, he'll start to get this leg away. Yeah, basically, right? But what I can do is keep this here, pull this knee out, right? And I can step up and over too. I want to keep these bundled up when I'm here. Now I can also hook this leg, right? And now I can use that to start coming up onto him too. I can maybe switch, and I've done this kind of cross face and start coming up. And sitting on, we did this reverse helicopter mount before.
Yeah.
Here, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, and so the other thing would be, I'll get this leg back, and as I drop his leg, I'm gonna hip heist underneath and go into side control. Right, so here,
Got it.
so as he's waiting to get that loose, go right into that position. You gotta know how to get out of that position, because otherwise you're gonna trip and you're like, oh shit, what just happened, and they're just gonna raw and just like beast on top of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have you cycle over doing it in a second. All right, good. Now post that hand right here next to your foot. Good. Now shoot it even deeper. There you go. Good. Now pinch your knees together. Good.
And go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's just do 3 cycles in, and then I'll change the rotation. So now Kelly, you come in. Okay. For their safety, what you do when you're doing it for real is actually to put all your weight on this leg. But you got to be careful when you're training with your partner, right? So I can kind of hang here in midair and let us slowly go that way. But instead, what I want you to do is when you shoot deep and you're here, let those knees come together, pull both your feet in, and I kind of roll. I push off with this arm and roll to that shoulder, the mat like this. You see how he goes straight backwards? It is. It's kind of hard to get because you have to adjust your body a little bit for it. But that's a good question. That's a good question. So here, now the big thing about this is why this isn't really a beginner leg lock move is because the position he's in is not even really a leg lock position for me, a standard leg lock position.
Right.
And what I mean by that is his knee is like, it's not even, normally with a knee bar, his knee's facing my chest. His knee's going that way. But luckily sometimes with this amount of pressure, I can kind of make it work anyway. Bring it close enough to still get attacked, right? But if I want to go for this, I have to switch over here.
Got you.
Okay, so
You gotta let go of the arm in order to go for that.
and I have to go to the arm, and then I have to turn my hips this way to get the lock. Now,
Okay.
come back, Charlie. Here. It looks something like this, and it's kind of depending. Basically, I have to create some space and move from his body to his leg more, like this.
Okay.
I don't like that as much.
Yeah, I don't either because you're just giving away.
If you're a really top level leg lock guy, you're going to go after that leg, and you got 30 combinations of leg locks to use on it anyway, right? But if you're just coming into leg locks, I don't think it's a good thing to go to. Like, because see here, he's like down. Like I can get this.
Could
like
you not
talked
just like
about-
kind of drill the ankle?
That's like kind of what Harrison was trying on me. He could not get.
Oh, okay, no, this is actually,
Or
this usually
similar.
blows that out. What is it?
Could you not just kind of creel that ankle right there?
Oh, I can finish him right here for sure.
Oh yeah, see like that right there.
But watch this. Step your leg over. See that? He got
Yeah.
right out of it. Now, but also there's this. All the time, right? This is the one I'm the least good at. But if you train it good, or you train it well, you can be great with it. Let's step here. Ooh, off of the collar top. Sorry, I got a knee in the face there. From there.